when I first started taking my walk with Christ seriously, and I mean seriously, like trying to be obedient to Him, cutting out the lust, cutting out the drugs, the alcohol, everything like that, everything holding me back from feeling Him fully, and just giving my whole heart and my whole life to God. um, I had to take a look inward, and I had to understand because I couldn't quit. I couldn't quit. I was having I was trying, but I couldn't quit. And I had to take a live autopsy, like I talked about in a previous video, and I had to take a look at my life and see what was truly wrong. And I had to understand and figure out my triggers. And I'm not one for excuses, okay? God, I know, doesn't like excuses. We see that in Genesis 1 with Adam and Eve. Or not Genesis 1, sorry, but Genesis with Adam and Eve. And He does not like excuses whatsoever. But I took a live autopsy and I noticed why I was sinning so much was the people I was hanging out around with. Okay, because you see, before I took my walk with Christ seriously, right, I was hanging around with people who also didn't take their walk with Christ seriously, or just didn't believe in Him whatsoever. And this is no shot at them. Okay, they can live the life how they want. I'm going to live the life how I want, right? That's why we're not friends anymore. We're no longer friends. I'm no longer close with them. Or maybe I am friends with you. I just don't hang out with you as much. Okay, for the people who are discovering my channel right now. But and that's no hate to you, bro. If you want to come back to Christ and live the way I do, all right, I'm here in the DMs. But where was I going with that? So I took a look at my friends, and I noticed that I was doing so good. The weekdays, I was doing so good. I wasn't playing on my phone. I was giving time of day to God. I was starting my mornings with Him. I was doing all the good things. All the good things. I was feeling more fulfilled. But then I noticed it got to Friday, and it got to Saturday. It got to the days where I was done with work for the week. I was logged off of my businesses, done with YouTube, right? And I could go hang out with my friends. And I took a look, and I noticed that every time I hung out with these certain friends, they were trying to, make me drink or make me smoke or make me go out to the bars and be lustful, make me oh, let's go swiping on Tinder together. Let's go run two mans, right? Let's go, do this or that. But side note, if you're 20 years old or older, even if you're not Christian and you somehow stumbled upon this video and you're worried about two mans and stuff, bro, you're cooked. You're cooked. Go worry about the stock market. Go worry about getting your money up. Go worry about getting your health up, bro. Go treat your family better, bro. We cannot be worrying about two mans in 2025. But that's besides the point, right? I took a look and I realized that I was doing so great. And yeah, I would still have some slip ups here and there. But when I hung out with my friends, all bets were off. Everything I did from the week was thrown out the window. Okay, I'm hanging out with you guys. All right, we're going to go do some. We're going to go out to the bars. We're going to go hit on some girls, bro. All right, we're going to go, you know, make fun of people, right? Do whatever we do. Go walk around Target and make jokes about all these people, right? Stupid stuff. Just genuinely stupid stuff. Okay, and you have to understand, okay, if you truly want to walk with God and walk with Christ, you have to surround yourself with better people, okay? Or you might have to go through a lonely season. But I will say this. I will say this. It's going to be hard at first. It's going to genuinely be hard at first. But as you grow with Christ more and you have that love for Him more, you'll become more satisfied and more fulfilled with a lonely season. You'll become more fulfilled with yourself because the love God has for you will run back into yourself. You will have the ultimate love for yourself, and you will understand that you don't need anybody, okay? And you will understand that God has created you with a purpose and with a vision in mind, and that love will be portrayed onto yourself. Okay, when I first started loneliness, this lonely season I was in, all right, I had such a hard time. I had major FOMO. I was like, oh my gosh, all my friends are going out to the bar and I'm not on Snapchat. I'm missing it. Like stupid stuff like that, man. But now I can go and I can lock in on my business for 3 weeks, and I can go and just spend time with my family or walk my dogs, go to the gym by myself, do whatever I have to do alone, and I can feel fulfilled, more fulfilled than I would ever get from going out and partying with my boys or, doing stupid stuff like that, right? And it's all because of that love God has for me. Because when you start to read the Bible more, like I said, you will feel that love and you will feel more fulfilled. All right, you will be more fulfilled with just the little things in life. Okay, you will understand God's creation is beautiful, and you will understand that, God has this everlasting love for like the world. He's just made a beautiful world, and he has an everlasting love for you, and you you won't feel anything better. I thought I needed the money. I thought I needed the girls. I thought I needed the drugs. I thought I needed to be on the yacht, clubbing in Miami, bro. But no, there's nothing better in life than me sitting around with God and doing the little things, swimming, going to the gym, playing hockey, stuff like that. Yes, I play hockey with my friends, right? That's out the window. That's not sinful, okay? But I want to talk to you also about what will happen if you don't, because I also tried to follow God. Like I said, follow God, and uh, also still hang out with my friends, not cut them off, not like do anything like that. And at first, I tried to mold them, but it didn't work. Okay, it didn't work whatsoever. They kind of looked at me funny, or they laughed, or they made jokes, or they took shots at me. And if they're taking shots at you, bro, they're not really your friends, honestly. They're not really your friends at the end of the day. Like, this is life advice coming from a 20-year-old. I've been through it all, man. I've been through being fat, no one loved me, to having those fake friends, right? I've been through it all. I've been through every single thing you've been through. And I'm telling you, from my experience to you, they don't give a crap about you. Same with your partners, for that matter. Okay, if you're trying to take a walk with Christ seriously, but they're not into it, bro, she's not the one. She's not the one. I know you have visions for better. A loving, caring wife who's going to take care of the kids, support you, not go out clubbing, not go out partying, not go out looking for validation, not posting, these booty pics, right? She's not the one, bro. She's not the one. That's a side note, but um, if you try to follow Christ and then you hang out with these boys, you're just going to keep slipping. You're going to keep slipping. You're going to keep falling. It's not worth it in the end. You ever notice how these millionaires, when they lock in on their business, they got to cut the old friends out? Or, these athletes, they can't be hanging around with the same guys they used to be hanging around with. And that's another perfect example. You look at these athletes who had the most talent in the world. They could have been NFL Hall of Famers, NHL Hall of Famers, superstars. They could have dominated the leagues, right? But instead, they hung around with these friends from school, and guess what? Now they're in prison, now they're homeless, now they're doing drugs, whatever those athletes do, right? So that's an example. All right, you cannot be hanging around with the same people who were living your old ways with. It's crabs in a bucket, man. They're going to try and drag you down. All right, you might work one or two times, but in the end, they're going to drag you down. And another point I want to make is, when you do hang out with these friends and you do follow Christ, it's just not the same. It's just not the same anymore. Like, yeah, it was fun in the beginning, right? But now, bro, me going out to the bar, hitting on girls who I know aren't going to be my wife, what's the point of that? I'm just wasting my short, valuable time I have on life, and it's just not fun. I just feel dirty and disgusted, getting drunk, and then dealing with a hangover. I just feel like crap. Like, it's not worth it in the end. And just even making jokes, like making stupid jokes about people, or just like racist jokes or anything like that, jokes that I used to would have found funny, or yeah, just stupid stuff you do with your boys, or your girls for that matter. Maybe you're gossiping about someone, I don't know. And before, you felt that, okay, yeah, you would laugh, but now I just feel dirty. Okay, bro, I just feel dirty. And you have to understand that these friends, they're leading you down a bad path, and you can either choose God or you can either choose them. Yes, it's going to be more fun with them in the beginning, but ultimately you're going to feel more fulfilled, and you're going to have a better quality life, and you're going to go and achieve your dreams, have the beautiful wife, have the nice house, have the job, have the money, whatever your desires are, the desires that God has placed in your heart. You're going to have more of that when you choose to follow God instead of choose to hang out with your friends. So just think about it. Would you rather have that dream life you talked about, or would you rather have the short last, the drugs, the alcohol, the secular music? What would you rather have? Okay, I want to leave you with that. And if you want to help, and you want help, and you want to seriously grow in your walk with Christ, I've launched a 6-week mentorship. Just DM me on Instagram, bro. I'll help you grow in your walk with Christ, because I was once in your shoes. I hope you've seen from this video, and I genuinely want to see you guys improve. Love each and every single one of you. I'm praying for each and every single one of you. Lock in.